Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Matt, alongside with my other host, Lance. And I am very much looking forward to this episode because it was honestly probably 1A for the winter season.
Oh,
spring season?
Spring.
Yeah.
We're done with winter, thankfully. No, 100% agree. A lot of fun to watch this one. And to get into what we're watching, we are going to be covering Season 2 of Wistoria, Wand and Sword. And the synopsis I'm going to pull up is that we continue to follow Will Serfort as he officially graduates from Rygarden Magical Academy and finally enters the formidable magical tower. Soon entering, he is the center of a tense custody battle between Majavander members Alfaria and Zeo. And we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah, because we'll 100% get into that whole thing.
A lot of great action going on in this season. And that's just one of them.
Absolutely. Before we like to have a Lance's Lessons for every episode, and I'm curious what you have today.
Today's Lance's Lessons is going to be the Japanese word for thunder. And thunder is kaminari. And kaminari is spelt Kaminari. Kaminari is relevant to today's episode because we get truly introduced to the Thunder faction, Zeo, and he's quite the badass. So can only imagine he's going to be a handful of people's favorite character. So we decided Thunder.
Yeah. Very much enjoy that one. That's a good one. Good choice.
And now with my bit done, Matt likes to read the manga for every episode that we cover. So were there any differences between the anime and the manga?
NANI?!
Yes, put it plain and simple. There were a couple changes. For anybody who wants to read Season 2, it starts on Chapter 21. And then ends on chapter 40. These are long chapters.
Okay, I was going to say, those are like 19 chapters. That doesn't seem too long.
Most of them are 40 plus pages.
Oh.
So you're talking double what a normal manga, or at least normal for what we cover.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty hefty.
Yes. Also, this is a monthly release series. So it only releases one chapter a month versus like weekly or some series are kind of sporadic. I think I want to say One Piece at this point is kind of sporadic. Like they'll go a couple months releasing a chapter every week, and then they might go a couple months without releasing a chapter. So I think it's kind of one of those things.
Sure.
But as far as Season 2 of Wistoria, one thing that you get is a small bonus chapter, and it's basically talking about how Sylphie hates wearing clothes.
What?
Yeah.
I could definitely see it because that scene where she's like having a tantrum in bed.
Yes.
That's basically, we don't have to say any more to that.
It's basically that, but more elaborated.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's like, I'm just going to call her handler because that's essentially what she is.
Yeah.
Is talking about how she needs to get dressed. And she's like, no, I don't want to wear clothes. Sorry, Sasa?
Sure.
Alfred. That's funny. Her name is Alfred. So it's just basically she's like, I hate wearing clothes because, you can call her like the ice princess or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She hates being warm.
Okay. That makes sense.
So it plays on her being like all about ice.
Sure.
And so that's why she doesn't like wearing clothes.
Okay.
Because, it makes her warm. And there was that one. I think it was like 5 pages. It was very short.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a very
super, super short one.
Short bonus chapter.
Then one thing I made sure to double check on this one. Will's new sword that he gets after the fight with the whatever, and he saves everybody.
Mm-hmm.
His sword is supposed to have a purplish sheen to it.
Really?
Yes, because it is infused with that purple jewel.
Right, that's in the middle.
Which gives it the sheen or the hue. So it gives it a purplish hue.
Okay.
It's very silver in the anime.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully season 3 we can see some of that purple.
I don't think we're going to get a purple sword.
No?
No, I think it's just going to stay basic silver.
Okay.
It gets its sheen from the jewel that is infused in the middle.
Okay.
Julius called Will a friend, and that is what made him all like giddy and super excited. In the anime, he calls him a teammate.
Slight difference, but I can definitely understand where friend in Will's case might pique a little bit extra interest.
As far as context is concerned, it makes a lot more sense that Will would get all like excited and happy being called a friend versus being called a teammate. Granted, he would also be happy about having a teammate, but the reaction holds more true being called a friend than a teammate.
Yeah, a little bit more personal there.
Yep. One of the biggest differences is the memory when Will and Sylphie were kids.
Okay.
Elfie, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong
anime.
Wrong anime, yes. Elfie and Will were kids. The wolf monster thing actually stalked.
There's that weird L in there.
Yes. Stalked?
Yeah.
We'll make it even more weird.
Yeah. Stalked.
You see the wolf like hiding in between some trees, and then it goes to attack the kids while they're like walking through the forest. So they have their back towards it when he finally attacks.
Okay.
Different kind of connotation. The fight happens the same way, but just how they meet the wolf thing is different.
Okay.
You also don't get the story. You don't get Elfie reading the story.
Oh, no?
No. Basically, they talk about it, and like Will falls asleep on her lap.
Mm-hmm.
For a moment, it's literally one panel, and then wakes up. Like, you don't get I don't think she tries to kiss him either. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Oh, no?
No.
Okay, I thought that was a cute little scene in the anime.
It was. And so basically a lot of that parts don't happen. Also, the part where at that very end where they have their like little get together, that doesn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, that whole scene doesn't happen. The party and the get together with Elfie and Will, at least up to this point, it might happen in the future.
That's fair.
Not banking on it, but because I've read a little bit into the future, could be further in the future, but it hasn't gotten to where I've read to.
Okay.
And I read a few chapters into the future.
Oh, okay. So at that point, like the celebration's done and gone.
The celebration never happens.
Right, but like the time frame for celebration to have had happened. That sounded a little weird, but the time frame is gone. Like,
yes.
There's no reason to celebrate anymore.
Yes, because on chapter 40, she has the hair over her eyes.
The real witch?
Yeah.
Like the traditional looking witch?
Yeah, the traditional looking one. Yes.
With
Claire, is it Clary?
I'm running blank on her name.
Yes, Clary. It's Clary Sarah. She is doing the part where she's in the classroom and she's normally like, this would normally be yada, 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 but we have a traitor in the midst. And it goes from that to them explaining further. It's going to be how season 3 starts. Sure, you can say it's a spoiler. All I'm saying is they're going to elaborate further.
Okay, but there's a traitor.
We already know there's a traitor.
Wait, I think I knew that.
Whoops. Yes. Because she talks about how the only way the attack could have happened is if somebody essentially let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she says we have evidence to prove that it was somebody within the tower.
Okay, that'll be a topic of conversation.
Okay. And then I want to say the last change. Elfie doesn't slide down the tower to do her ice bird thing.
No,
she's just standing there casting it and then, casts it against Zeo.
Sure. That was definitely a little bit of extra.
That was 100% extra.
Like just the way it was completely animated, and
yep.
It felt very Disney of them to do something like that.
That's fair.
In fact, I've gotten a couple of Disney vibes through this show.
Okay.
Can't pinpoint too much, but like just talking about like some ways that things are animated.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can see that.
But yeah. Okay. Nice changes.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Everything per usual. A lot of things were elongated, but other than that, it was pretty on par pretty on par.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is all I had. There is one thing that I wanted to talk about that I noticed in the manga that I didn't necessarily notice in the anime. So when the monster that comes out of the gate that hits Will like immediately and almost knocks him unconscious, it's in the fight in the city.
Right away in the beginning of the season?
Yes.
Like the big baddie that he ends up fighting, or like another one that comes out?
No, the big baddie that he ends up fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, it comes out of the gate and immediately it just hits Will.
Think so.
Do you remember how it hits him?
Specifically, not really.
So it specifically punches him.
Mm-hmm.
It has the sword in his hand and doesn't use it.
Okay, yeah, because that demon definitely had a sword.
Yep. Yeah, so I thought that was very interesting that he was playing, like using Will as a plaything, and he was legitimately trying to mess with him, not kill him.
Right.
So I thought that was an interesting aspect, or kind of an interesting kind of point to, this monster wants to test its strength and then also wants to mess with weaker creatures, because he could have easily just used his sword and one shot Will immediately.
Well, now this is making me think back to the traitor conversation, or the part. What if all of this was to happen in order to awaken Will?
Okay.
So this demon wasn't supposed to straight up just kill everybody, including Will, but more push Will to the extreme in order for him to really unlock his potential.
I mean, sure, but Finn was planning on, after graduation, taking Will and training him. So it was unnecessary.
Yeah, but I know he's getting pushed back on Will being kept, or to be pushed away from the tower in general too. So this is making me think that Finn is the traitor, and he orchestrated all this chaos in order to show everybody how strong he is. I don't know why exactly he'd want the tower to see how strong he is, because he wants to keep Will for himself.
They already know how strong he is.
To a degree. Before all this happened, he didn't unlock his...
Oh, you're talking about how strong Will is?
Yeah, Will.
Okay, yeah.
So, one, he needed to truly unlock his Whis powers with the white hair and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to point fingers at Finn, being like, you did this just to make everything come to light.
I like the idea, that I don't agree with any of it.
Yeah, it's a little pushy.
Because Finn is essentially, he's the sword in the storybook. And he is the counterpart to Mercedes, who saved the world. Why would he try to, destroy the world?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say the point of him doing this would be to destroy, because, obviously he did destroy. But I guess I'm trying to look at the mass amount of bad inside the good he's trying to do, or something, some kind of yin-yang kind of thing.
Okay. If anything, I'm going to think, where is that terrible? He's not a colorless, but he's, it's the one that wanted to basically do experiments on Will.
The one guy who summoned the elemental worm?
Yes.
Rogue?
Is that who it is?
I don't know. That doesn't quite look like him. Never mind. Although, maybe. No, definitely not him. Whoops.
Oh, man. I just spoiled myself. That sucks. Kroots? Well, yeah.
Kroots.
I 100% spoiled myself.
Uh-oh. Why, is Kroots a bad guy?
No.
Oh.
No, it wasn't Kroots. But I know who the traitor is.
Oh, no.
Sudoku searching in the wiki.
Okay, well, now I wonder how soon we'll find the traitor information.
I'm trying to think. We are currently 66 chapters in. So if we find out who the traitor is that quickly, that's kind of insane. They
got enough content for a season 3.
That would be at that. I wonder if we get an idea at the end of season 3. I could see that. Yeah, because the series does progress very quickly. It seems to be progressing very quickly.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of downtime.
No.
Every episode is important.
But my thought process was, I could see Kroots being the bad guy. He gives off those vibes. He wants to experiment, so he's experimenting with these demons, and he kind of lets them out to see what happens.
Right.
It would be on brand with him to do.
Perhaps a little bit. I see him a lot more as like super by the books. He's got to be, everything has to matter because he's the one that stopped everybody from fighting over him originally. Him as in Will when he first entered the tower, because everybody wanted to claim him, but Cruz is the one that stopped it all and proved that Will didn't have any actual magic because that worm was kicking his ass.
Yep.
So he proved a really good point. So I didn't take him too much further than that. Definitely a shitty thing to do, but got to cover your ass.
Yeah, he's not a great person. So, that was something else. I wasn't necessarily going to bring it up because it's unnecessary. But he rips out the heart of that demon.
Will?
No, Kreutz. Like when he's slicing that thing up. Yeah, you see, like he gets it all sliced up, and then he's holding the heart of the demon in his hand in the manga.
The original awesome ass demon, or we're not talking
the one. You know how he had one like on the table essentially.
Oh, that scene. Okay, yep.
Yeah, he slices it up and pulls the heart out. You don't see it in the manga or in the anime. You just see blood everywhere, and then him have blood all over his face.
Okay.
And then that little one, his like underling person, is all scared.
Mm-hmm. Very, very well should be.
Yeah, if you got a heart at your face and you're not expecting it, I could understand. But yes, that is who I believe is the traitor.
Okay.
And yeah,
not too far-fetched to think that.
Absolutely not.
Other than that, trying to look at the rest of the manga, I can't really imagine any of them. Maybe potentially the elf girl.
No, I think they're too. What's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of prudish isn't the word I'm thinking of, but they're just too stuck up to. Like, if I feel like they would rather take over themselves than try to use another means to show how strong they are.
Yeah, because I guess if we're not trying to purposefully show such a bright light on Will, then what exactly is the purpose of the invasion?
Yep.
And I can only imagine just cause extreme chaos and take down the tower itself.
Which is what they were aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Sucks that you know.
It does. Well, I mean, yeah, it does. But I can act like I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay. Well, to change topics, who's your favorite character so far?
Favorite character, man. Am I going to be nice and give you your favorite character? Because I'm pretty sure we have the same one.
Yeah, I do definitely have a favorite, but I do have a nice shout out for a next favorite.
Yeah, because Zeo.
Zeo, he's too badass.
Yeah, he was super badass. And then pulling off that Minotaur spell was just super cool. Was not expecting it.
Minotaur versus basically Ice Phoenix. Who'd you like more?
The Minotaur was cooler looking because we had already seen a Phoenix because Scion produced the Fire Phoenix. And the Minotaur, one, it's very much up his alley to kind of go with on brand of what he is as a fighter. And it just looks so menacing. It looks so cool.
Exactly. That's like final boss, Final Fantasy-esque kind of stuff coming out.
Yeah, that's actually what I was just thinking was Final Fantasy. So, yeah, what about you? Was that yours as well?
Yeah, Zeo is number one. With that being said, I'm so happy that he actually did end up adopting Will.
Yes.
Because I think as far as development for Will, especially being the sword, I think and just like Finn was saying in the audience, that Zeo would be his candidate for him to want to train under or be a part of. And then as soon as Finn said that, I'm like, oh, well, if Finn's saying that out loud, then it's clearly not going to happen. And it actually happened.
Yeah, I like how he predicted it. And then he was like, well, this is why I'd want this to be. Yeah, I like the little sidebar conversation between Caradwin. Yes, that's what it is.
The red and blue-haired girl?
Yes. Who is somebody else, but we can talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I like the little sidebar because it's kind of realistic. You know, you're going to talk during this fight. No matter how badass it is, you're not going to just be like, oh my God, this is really cool. But Zeo, him essentially just infusing his body with the magic so he could go as fast as lightning was super cool. And when he changed his like axe staff thing to like the giant hammer it was super fun. All the go through Elfie's ice barrage type stuff. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny because he was like, if I want it, I'm gonna get it, and it doesn't matter if it's like money, food, men or women or men. I was like, of course, you gotta throw that one out there.
Sure, why not?
So yeah, that line was funny. But yeah, I'll let you gush on Zayo a little bit, and then you can tell me who your number 2 or just the person you want to talk about is.
Yeah, just in general for his variety of different attacks. Like there was that one scene where he summoned his spear thing and it came crashing in, and then he just gave it a small kick and then it flipped around and he caught it. I thought that was just such sweet, simple animation for him to just be a badass.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun. And then like summoning his energy to his fingertips and then just having a barrage of attacks attacking her. I liked that they made the comment that Alfie is like the most ruthless.
Yep.
But then he's being just as ruthless at the same time. So it sucks to think that like they're going to top this battle somehow, because this was such ruthless battle going on the entire time. So you'd like to imagine further into the series that you're going to just get better and better fights. And this one was already goddamn amazing.
I don't know if you're going to get better. I don't know. I think it'll be hard to get better. I think you might get a little bit more interesting fights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be really hard to top this one.
For sure.
And yeah, that just all the different moves. Honestly, one of my favorite parts between that fight with Zayo was when he like threw his staff to make himself be able to just like teleport.
I thought that was very interesting. Because when that was happening, obviously he was on the ground and Alfie was in the sky and he threw it. I'm like, you're really just going to like go on chance that she's not going to dodge this, and then somehow he just like instant transmissions up there. I'm like, okay, so I guess that's kind of cool. And he always like leaps off of his staff too.
Yep.
So I don't know how kind of physics are going on in here, but obviously they got like I don't want to say teleport. Like in Super Smash Bros. When you double jump, like you create a platform to jump off of again. Like he's creating platforms to jump off of and stuff too. So of course you just got to go with it.
Yep. Yeah, that even though you only really saw him for like 3 episodes total, he was a lot of fun. You understood the concept, and I like the fact that he was like, I like people who have struggled because they're going to push themselves even harder. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. That's a good concept.
Yeah. That's how you really weed out a lot of like nobodies if you go straight to just the strongest guy. I mean, of course, on face, that does sound like you only have one objective and that's how you get it.
Yep.
But holy crap, you're going to be pushing away a lot of other potential talent.
Yep.
So there's 2 ways to look at it, but he's doing it the way he wants to do it, and it's totally understandable.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so who's your second favorite?
Second favorite, I kind of want to give a shout out to Julius.
Okay.
I really liked I don't want to say quite a turnaround, because obviously he had his own motives behind training Will.
Yes.
But when it got to the point where he told Will that he had clones doing other research, other chores to find out information about Whis and stuff, and then Will was like just honestly shocked by it, because one, that's taken away a shit ton of Julius's energy.
Yep.
And he's multitasking. Julius is putting in just as much effort, if not more, to push Will just to get this ball moving. So I like that one a lot. Obviously, he had his motives to get chosen himself, but I liked that there was a little bit of care behind everything, and it pushed him to his own extremes too.
Yes. And I mean, he could have just helped, done the bare minimum, and it probably would have worked, but he didn't do just the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went really far.
Yeah.
And I liked his thought process on when he was saying, if you hold on to that little bit of magic, even if it's 0.01% or whatever he was saying, as long as it's still in there, you can tap into it and use it again. And I thought that was a fantastic idea too.
Yep.
So if he holds on to just the tiniest little bit of a whole array of different magics, he can be the avatar of any situation.
Yes, it will be very interesting to find what he can do next, or if it's always going to be ice because of Elfie, and that's just what he was around the most, so that's what he can tap into, or what it'll take for Will to be able to tap into other sources of magic.
Mm-hmm. And of course, with him being under Zeo, is some form of thunder element going to be the next thing he can tap into?
Yep.
What would his thunder sword look like?
I mean, we got a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Because we got when he attacked him with his like menial electrical attack that exploded.
I can't believe I'm wearing a blanket right now.
So he basically, Zeo was like, if you can survive this, I'll accept you.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to see his like electric sword. Are you drawing a blank? Do I need to pull it up? I'm going to pull it up. Give me a second.
This was when he first entered the tower. Yeah.
No, I mean, technically it was the second time because it was right before the fight between.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When I did my rewatch, I was working out, and right after the worm battle where Will failed to kill the worm, obviously there was like 3 episodes, but I was on the treadmill and I was about to start running, and I wanted to run to a good episode, so I jumped right to the Althea and Zeo fight and had a very good run for that one. So during those 3 episodes that I skipped my rewatch.
Do you want me to pull it up or don't worry about it?
Sure.
Okay,
yeah. After rewatching that, I remember.
It was only 1 second. It wasn't like it was sitting there for 5 minutes or something, or he got to do any cool spells with it. No, I don't. I think it was literally just the moment and then it was gone.
Right.
Okay. I have some questions on some people that I want to get your ideas behind. Rosti, do you think he was a human?
I think Rosti has some definite background information that we're missing out on. I think he was planted.
Yes, he was 100% planted for something. Yes.
Now, as far as him being human, yeah, I don't really have a reason not to believe he's human.
The way he disappeared is what makes me believe that he's not human.
Like after his supposed death?
Yes.
I'm saying supposed because I kind of want him to come back.
I think he's dead. I think he served his purpose.
Oh, okay.
But the way he disappeared like a creature does. He didn't disappear like he didn't just die. He like got attacked and then disappeared.
Interesting. Didn't even consider that.
You're going to have to watch it again to be like, oh man, how did he die?
Yeah. So you're thinking, do you think he's like a demon or something then?
I don't think he was a demon, but I do think he was not human.
Okay. So do you think he's from outside the tower?
No, not outside the tower. I think someone within the tower had something to do with Rosti getting there. We'll put it that way.
Okay. With him being planted makes me think that he was definitely from within the tower somehow.
Yes.
Even if it was through Finn, which I would lean towards Finn.
Could be. I think it was somebody to kind of help push him and give him a friend.
Yeah.
Because he would have had Colette, but could you imagine Elfie's reaction if Will's only friend was Colette?
Colette, who was definitely all about him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Would have been funny little drama.
Yes.
But
she's kind of helped pushing him, but not at the same time. Like she's there for him, but she's not the reason why he's pushing himself.
Right. And Rossi was definitely able to help him through all of the battles in the beginning of the like season 1 kind of stuff.
Yeah, and all the baths they took together.
I was trying to avoid thinking about that stuff, but yeah.
Well, that was just to make Colette all jealous.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't believe he was human. I think somebody planted him there for Will.
Yeah, it's definitely the case.
And I also don't think he's coming back.
That's most likely the scenario.
Yes.
Unless somebody has a power of like, I don't want to say to like revive him, but like bring back a projection of some kind to motivate Will.
I mean, if he was a projection to begin with, that wouldn't be that hard.
Ooh, interesting. With you reminding that he just kind of disappeared after he died.
Yep.
Because, yeah, his hand got chopped off before he did an actual magic spell. So do we have him? I guess I'm getting too focused in on projection and not like some kind of like, not doppelganger, but like shadow clone kind of thing where.
We have multiple people that are able to make clones.
Mm-hmm.
So making a clone is not unheard of in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who is he a clone of? No idea. But maybe that's who we figure out. Maybe we find out who he is. There we go. Mm-hmm. In the future.
Yeah, I would definitely like to have that explained a little bit more.
Yep.
The moment Rosti died and Will had a very, very interesting voice acting explosion. I took note of it because I wanted to play it.
Okay.
It's very high-pitched, like whining. Let's see if I...
He's sad, okay? Let it be sad.
All right, I'm gonna play it real quick.
Everything is my fault.
Oh.
All of it.
That part right there.
That's quite impressive. I couldn't do that.
I laughed so hard when that happened. I was like, oh my god.
Hey, you know what? It added dramatization.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I wouldn't be able to do that.
I'd be so embarrassed to like practice it by myself.
Well, that is also why you are not a voice actor.
Nah. But sticking with that whole scene, that whole arc, those demons that came in, every single one of them looks so badass.
Yeah, they did.
Great character designs for all of them, including like the big baddie, but like all of them were great. I loved whatever white skeletal thing that was going on the outside of their bodies. Really added to their horror look.
True.
And then during all that is when we got introduced to Will's power up that happened after Finn's drop of blood. So
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
So I wanted to ask, do you think that Will be able to tap into this form on his own just whenever? Or do you think that blood was some form? Obviously, it was the catalyst, but like, do you think he's going to tap into it without this blood? So
Yes.
obviously, we're going to see it again in the future. It'd be really weird for this to be a one and done kind of thing.
I think he's going to be able to get versions of it. I don't think we're going to get the long white hair again.
Okay, I can accept that.
Yeah, because we kind of get glimpses of it whenever he like pulls his Whis
through his eyes.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's gonna be the most of what we get. What about you? Do you think he's gonna get some sort of like badass transformation?
I think he'll definitely get back into that white-haired form.
Okay,
But I like your idea of it doesn't necessarily need to be the long-haired, white-haired form.
okay,
Maybe it can just without the long part in the back, like his hair the way it is. Like he's got a cool enough hairstyle. It could just be that in white.
okay.
Maybe little parts of it are sticking up. I don't want to go as far as to say Super Saiyan, but just to show that power is flowing. And
I mean, we already have Zeo with the white flowy hair.
yeah, he does have
spiky,
that too.
flowy hair. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other person I wanted to talk about was Cardawen, the fire and ice, or the.
Yep.
Did you hear who she is? Did you catch that?
She's not supposed to be Mercedes, is she?
No. At least at this point, we don't know that she's Mercedes, but I doubt it.
Because she's clearly very powerful.
Yep.
And she's able to like spy on anybody.
Yep.
So what am I blanking on right now?
She is also the headmistress. She is Cauldron. Headmistress Cauldron.
Okay, Cauldron was my first thought looking through the character sheet because there is some similarities there, but Cauldron's old.
Yes. So she makes a very short reference about how it's hard to, or it takes a lot of magic to keep this form.
Oh, okay.
And that is in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you caught it though.
No.
Yes.
Just casually
And it's also
watched.
a line Finn draws. I think he says something about being, that was very sneaky of you, Cauldron. And then she says, in this form, it's Cardawen or something like that. Like it's 2 lines.
Okay.
Is really all it is.
Definitely makes more sense when you see old Cauldron like taking care of Will in that giant spell circle.
Yep.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. She is clearly strong. I like how she's got a bunch of like folk tales about her. Because Julius was like, "You're the one that like seduces kids or something like that."
Yep.
Or steals kids and seduces them, I think is what he said. So I thought that was funny. And so she's been around forever. So we know 2 characters that we are unsure of their age because Finn. And now we have another one, Cauldron, Cardawen. And I'm very interested in how much more we get to see and interact with her. Because what do they call it? Where she can use multiple different types of magic.
Yeah, that was really cool. She was able to just like pull up all of those spell circles instantaneously.
Maltos is what they call it.
Maltos.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I like the fact that, yes, she has got blue and red hair, but she can use all the different types of magic.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they didn't just make her fire and ice.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't destroy that one after we've seen it a handful of times.
Yep. And then, of course, just the massive chest that she's
I was
got.
going to say, like, those things are enormous.
Every angle, they're just there. You're like, God damn. Okay. So, yeah, I thought that was funny. And then her interaction with Will when she tells him to take his, I think she told him to get naked, or no, to take his clothes off. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what kind of training do I need to not wear a shirt for?
Yeah.
And then in the manga, it's kind of funny. So when they're interacting and Julius is asking a bunch of questions, she actually has like her chest propped on top of Will's head. Like she's basically leaning with her chest on top of his head and having this conversation. He's just like awkwardly standing there like he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Sounds very Slime-esque.
It's like the inverse, but
Yeah.
he liked it. Will had no idea what to do with himself. Yeah, that part was kind of funny. And so I'm very interested in her, not just because she has a massive chest. If we could get Cam to watch this, he would understand.
Has he not started it?
I don't know if Cam's ever watched this one. I'm going to message him and be like, hey, did you ever watch Wistoria? It's not an isekai, so he might.
Yeah. He likes to take his jabs at isekai.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one might be actually okay.
Yeah, it's a fantasy. It's not an isekai. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. So we'll see. We'll see how he reacts to that one. But
Find out in the end of season 3, he was isekai'd as a young child.
yeah, that's actually how he's he got reincarnated to the same world, and like, but that's not an isekai. It's like, yeah, but everybody says it is.
Yeah, that's why he can't do magic, and he's special. That's why he's the sword.
I do want to know about Will's parents, because we were told he has magic in his blood, or he has the wand in his blood. I think it was somebody talked about how his parents were mages. I think it was Finn.
Does sound a little familiar, but now it's bringing me back to that backstory of Finn and whoever the Mercedes, thank you, from long ago. What did Finn say, like 400 years ago or something like that?
I thought he said 5. It might be 4. I thought it was 5, but either way.
Something like that.
Yes.
That's the callback that's coming to me right now. But
Yep. And I want to know 500 years.
it was 5? Okay.
Yes. I am very interested in Mercedes. Is she still around? Which would be...
I'd like to imagine. If Finn's still around, why wouldn't she?
Yeah. I wonder, maybe, I feel like she probably sacrificed herself, but did she sacrifice herself for like Will, so that she put some sort of spell on Will so that he would essentially not grow up until Finn deemed it necessary? And so basically he was just kind of around until Finn decided that, this is the age in which he, I don't know, can do the things he needs to do. Because we have Will, we have Elfie, and it's like those two being together, because she's essentially deemed a prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how did they get together? I have so many questions about like Will's backstory.
Definitely. Back to Mercedes.
Yes.
Now I'm starting to think that she's not around anymore.
Okay.
Because Finn's always like talking to her as if like she's like a spirit or something. Like, do you see that Mercedes? Or he's like talking to himself to Mercedes.
Yep.
So I'm wondering now, is that because she's no longer here?
Yes, I would agree. Cam has not seen.
Oh, he got back to you already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don. There we go. Those are the words I was trying to say.
Well, maybe by the time this episode comes out, Cam, when you're listening, you can be like, oh yeah, I'm caught up.
And I agree with Matt that Cardigan is I couldn't even finish. Yes, boobs. That's what it is. That's all that matters. Mercedes, I want to know more about her. Do you think she is Will's mother?
That flashback I was referring to, I do want to say, like, it's making it weird because that seemed like it was those hundreds of years in the past.
Yep.
Maybe not direct mother, but definitely a lineage.
Okay. I can see that. That would make a lot more sense. I'm very curious about Will, because Will is obviously a aberration to this world. Now, because they talk about how the Finn line has been going down for generations in season 1. But I feel like that's still the original Finn, and he makes it seem like there's been multiples.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be, I just need more information. That's what it boils down to. I know I'm kind of all over the place. One thing that I really liked about this series, they called season 1 and the first couple episodes of season 2 the epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a very interesting concept. I thought it was very well done. It definitely threw me off guard because I wasn't expecting it. And I was just like, oh, okay, I like this. And it was different. I don't think I've ever seen anything be like, all right, we're 15 episodes in and you are now through the epilogue without saying anything.
Yeah, right. Because watching all of season 1, you would never imagine that this was an epilogue.
Mm-mm.
And it prevents any kind of like dramatic step back where like this is going to be like a season 0 kind of thing or some weird thing like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. I did like the idea of this being just a new idea to an epilogue. And now we're truly getting into what Wistoria actually means.
Yes.
What's your take on Aaron, the old king of the Magia of Vander?
Aaron, yes. I think he's very interesting. That's about all I got. I love his character design.
He's got a lot of like Odin vibes going for me.
Odin, yep.
And I tried clicking on his character and like nothing shows up. I'm on Anime Planet for this particular one. So
yeah.
No real spoilers. It's probably just strictly anime news that they might throw into his details.
The fandom gives a little bit, basically age, nothing super crazy. But that just means we don't really know much about him, which makes it very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious to know more about him, just kind of his abilities. And
yeah, because his appearance alone demands respect. So like, why? So I'd like to see some kind of power. Is it because he's so strong, or is it because he saved all of them in some way? Like,
I think it's just strength related, because they talked about, I think it was Finn, talked about how the only person that had gone in greater depth of the dungeon was Aaron.
Okay.
Compared to Zeo. So we know he's very strong. He does bring a lot of respect and authority every time he talks. I don't know if we've really seen him do any magic.
Nothing really. Because even when Alfie came and like froze the area around him, he didn't flinch.
Yeah. And his eye design is super cool.
Yeah, his eyes are pretty cool.
So I want to know more about him. We'll just put it that way. Again, like everybody else, I want more. Before we get into the final part of our conversation, I think now is a good time for a break.
Hey everyone, just taking a moment to tell you guys about our other podcast, Dnd Noobz. Follow us on our shenanigans as we try to save Earth from some monstrous priests. Find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Just search Dnd Noobz, that's Noobz. And now back to our episode.
And now that we are back from our break, Lance, I'm curious. We really only had 2 fights in this series, in this season. Which of the 2 was your favorite? And to give a quick recap, so in the beginning part of the season, we had the fight essentially in the entire city against all the demons, and then the other fight was with Elfie and Zeo.
Right. Both of them definitely have their own merit. They were both absolutely amazing.
Yes.
The introduction of Will with his full-powered Whis dashing through the city like the Flash and just saving everybody.
Yep.
And then the battle itself with him in that little arena getting cheered on by everybody.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun. That one almost felt like a final boss kind of battle. The way that like during that battle, the intro music was playing.
Yep.
And, you know, usually when that kind of stuff happens, it's usually like a final battle kind of thing. Like, this is how we save the day and all that stuff. I mean, he did the save the day.
Yep.
The battle was amazing, but I do have to lean more towards the Zeo and Alfie fight. That one was just so much fun to watch.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier in this episode. Don't have to rehash everything, but that one just had so much aggressive action.
Yes.
stuff that we didn't really expect. So I'm going to lean towards that one. What about you?
I agree. It's the Elfie Zao fight. It had just all the different types of spells. It had the plot, or the kind of the twist with Elfie bringing out her pseudo trump card. And then we had the super, I don't remember what they called it, but like the even more powerful spells that they brought out.
Mm-hmm. And because of that, I like to imagine that the rest of the Avengers have their own version of that.
I would agree. Yeah. And then, of course, the fight ends on rock, paper, scissors.
That was so goddamn weird.
It's got to be a cultural thing because there's so many shows I've seen where it's what's it called in Japan?
Gon's special ability.
Yeah, Gon's special ability. That's literally all you have to look up.
Jonkin. Yep.
Okay, yeah, Jonkin. Because they do say that in the subbed version. But anyways, rock, paper, scissors. Yu Yu Hakusho, they had rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes up all the time. Commonly, it's probably a better way to say it, commonly throughout anime.
That being said, too, they went 300 rounds.
Yes.
And every single time they said, break the tie, break the tie, break the tie. I think that was the first time I ever heard like that being the phrase to say for actually breaking a tie. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
I think they were saying break the tie because in the anime or in the subbed version, they say it. I think they just say Jonken or Jonken. Yeah, Jonken, and then go or something like that. So I think that's probably why it fills up the space.
Sure.
It's really funny in the manga. It's like you get 1, and then it goes 199 or 1 through 299 tie, and then you get your.
Yep.
So it's literally like a page of the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
So it's that part's kind of funny.
Interesting way, but I accepted it.
Yeah. There was no objection to that.
Yeah, just because we know that he's going to have amazing progression through Zao, and if he did go through and actually joined up with Alfie,
she would just lay naked on him all the time.
yeah, that almost seems like Endgame, like happy, like the no more seasons,
just different kind of seasons.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Yes, it had to have gone this way because they wouldn't have done anything. Because they would have had 6 years to make up for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Speaking of Zao, what do you think is going to happen under Zao?
I think intense training.
Intense training. Okay.
Grueling, beat the crap out of Will, make him forced to, the edge of life.
Okay.
Maybe not so specifically, but
maybe.
I think it's going to be just beat down training.
Lahana? Is that Lihana? It's the one that goes to the Lightning faction.
Oh, okay.
Owen Zaus. It's either the H is not silent and it's Liana or it's Lihana. Either way.
One of the two, yeah.
She is in the faction, and when we see her, she's exhausted. And I know she makes some sort of mention about just training. I could see that whatever training that she's doing, Will is also going to have to do.
Yeah, don't expect anything different.
Yeah, do you have any other speculations as far as season 3 is concerned?
Definitely going to get the training under Zao.
Okay.
That's going to be needed.
Okay.
A lot more hardcore complaining coming from Alfie. Maybe she's going to try to steal. So,
before you finish that thought, remember the last part of the final episode where we get the teacher that talks about how basically the factions, they don't intermingle with each other. We don't know about that yet. So what if that's not the case?
They do actually intermingle?
They do intermingle. What if they were to intermingle? Maybe not all the time, but periodically with each other.
Crossbar?
They could crossbar. They could. I feel like they don't. Their living quarters are going to be separated, but they very easily could do things to intermingle with each other.
Right, because I kind of get the feeling that everybody wants to be in their own separate places anyway, but they've always had the opportunity to do so. They just never wanted to. But now that Will's here, I can see now they would.
Yeah, kind of. Did you watch Chain Soldier or no?
I don't think I watched all of season 2. I feel like I watched season 2.
So you know how they the concept of Chain Soldier was they were basically she was going to give up our main character so that the other main people could train with him to kind of see what could be similar concepts where...
Oh, yeah, because in Chain Soldier, he had different transformations under different people. So, like Will having different absorbing powers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could very easily kind of have to spar with different types of magic to see what happens. What happens if two different types of magic attack him at the same time? Can he absorb them? I could see them doing something like that to kind of see how far this Whis ability goes.
Sure, especially under that Kreutz guy who wants to do experiments and stuff like that. Like maybe he's going to want to see that kind of stuff.
I mean, maybe. I have a feeling he doesn't get along with the Magia Vander.
Probably not. But I like that idea. I'm all for that.
Yep.
Other than that, figuring out who the traitor is, and there's got to be some other form of conflict coming at the end, like maybe that headless guy who was drawing in the air while he was talking, and
headless. He went by headless.
Yeah. And his other partner, like that cool looking ninja looking guy. He wasn't ninja, but he had those throwing knives. They've got to make another appearance.
I agree.
Or at least who they're working with.
I feel like we're going to see him again. They're going to interact somehow.
Yeah, definitely. Other than that, just more backstory, and get a little bit more backstory on Will. Like maybe we'll find... I wouldn't be sad if we didn't figure out who exactly his parents were.
Okay.
But I would like to get a little bit more of an understanding of Whis.
Fair.
So I'd be happy with that in the next season.
Okay.
It's kind of a lot, but 12, 13 episodes, you can fit all that kind of stuff in. Anything else on you?
Yeah, I kind of agree. Just training, cross collaboration. Will and Elfie are going to figure out a way to see each other. It's going to happen. And then just kind of progressing as far as trying to find out who the traitor is, why they think they know it's somebody within either the tower or the Magia Vander, and just kind of going through that whole process. I feel like Carter Wynn is going to be an important person. She's kind of a huge personality in more than one way.
Definitely.
Seeing her, I feel like she's going to come around some more. And then just knowing, is Finn going to... I know he said he wasn't going to get in the way of anything, but I wonder if he's going to kind of press some buttons and try to help progress things.
For sure. Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing. He's honoring letting things happen outside of what he wants, but I think he knows that he can just do something and he can get his way. Yeah,
I agree with that. I brought up everything I want to bring up. Do you have any other questions? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I think we talked about everything about that I wanted to bring up.
Yep. The only thing I want to say, poor Colette.
She didn't get a whole lot of character development on her side, but...
And she's definitely not getting Will, so...
Nope, definitely not anymore.
I love when she's, breaking the banister.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. But yeah, that's about it. Before we go, I know, Lance, you have been doing your Pokemon quiz, so hopefully, now that I've been playing Black for about a week, that gives me all the answers. I'm going to know everything now.
Yeah.
I think I have 8 hours total, so...
So yeah, in honor of Matt playing Black, we are going to jump into Generation 5 questions. And question number 1, what typing is the shedding Pokemon Scraggy?
So, man, I haven't gotten that far. I'm going to go fighting.
Fighting?
Yep.
Okay, very solid answer. Unfortunately, it is dark fighting.
Okay, well, I'm giving myself a half a point on that one, because the fact that I even got half of it is pretty impressive, because I'm not that far yet.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I would have said fighting too. I would have thought that after he evolved, he would have became dark and fighting at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have been right there with you. Good thing I had to look that one up. Question number 2. How many wings does Swoobat have?
I'm going to go with 2.
Going with 2?
Yep.
Correct answer is 2.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Got that one.
Does the evolution get more?
No, he is the evolution.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I was trying to throw that in there, like make you think about Crobat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope, always stays with the 2.
Okay.
All right, and in honor of you choosing Snivy as your starter,
Okay.
what level does Servine evolve?
Okay, so you are asking what level does stage 1 go into stage 2?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Snivy evolves at 17, so I'm gonna guess 34.
34. Okay, we're gonna say higher.
37.
37. All right. The correct answer is 36. I'll give you a hint. No starter Pokemon has ever evolved past 36.
Okay.
So that's a pretty interesting choice. But yeah, you got that one wrong.
Okay. Well, I got 1.5.
We'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you know when your Servine's going to evolve.
Well, he's only at level 19. Yeah, he's only on level 19, so I got to waste.
Oh, you got to double that up.
Yeah. Well, I'm only at the second badge. I'm only like 8 hours in, and the first 2 gym battles were not great for a grass type. We're just gonna throw it out there for anybody who decides they want to play Pokemon Black. Grass type does not help you in the first 2.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you regret starting with grass or?
No, because on the first one, I talked to somebody who gave me a Panpour. So
I was about to ask what pan did you end up accepting? Because you got the choice between. Oh no, wait! You automatically get one depending on who you start with.
Yeah, so it gives you the typing advantage for whichever you start with to go against your rival's choice.
There you go.
And so yeah, I made sure to talk to that person before I went and did the gym battle. So while the first gym battle wasn't as difficult, because if you remember, they choose whichever leader you're going to battle depending on whatever you chose as your first Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Because
it's been a long time since I've played.
So I had the 3 gym leaders, and it was a fire, grass, or water type gym leader. And so depending on what your first choice would be who you went against.
Okay. Oh, geez. Now you're making me want to replay Black and White.
Yes. And then the second one was interesting. The second gym battle was interesting because it was normal types.
Okay.
And yeah, I lost the first time because I didn't have any fighting type Pokemon in my
party.
Yeah. So it did not go well. Plus, I did not level up high enough.
No, you didn't do enough training?
I didn't do enough training. No.
Yeah, I always got to do that. Do you skip trainers when you're going through, or do you very specifically try to hit everybody?
I try to hit everybody, but I didn't battle enough of the wild Pokemon. Because I tried to bring like my whole team up instead of just like making sure my starter is like 10 levels higher than everybody else.
Yeah, that tends to be a lot of newbie things to do. I know when I play, typically, I try to keep everybody around the same.
Yep. But you don't get like experience share or any of that other fun stuff you get in the newer ones.
Right.
So it does make it a little bit more challenging. Because, if you catch something, you don't get any experience for it.
Right. Yeah, that definitely changed in the newer series.
Which is honestly I could do without the experience share, but the not getting experience when you catch one is kind of like oh man, that's actually like a nice game mechanic. That's
you put in the effort, so you might as well get rewarded for the experience.
Yep. Especially if you have to actually battle it and you can't just throw a Pokeball at it and call it a day.
Right.
So yeah, it's been fun for anybody that is interested. I've never played this one. I stopped Gen 3. So apparently I'm skipping Gen 4 and going into Gen 5.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yep. Cam keeps saying this is the best one. I'm pretty sure you've said this is also the best one, or one of the best ones.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
Yep.
Quick hint. I believe this was the one where when you go to catch Zekrom or Reshiram, like they somehow they want you to be able to catch the legendary.
Okay.
So don't use your Master Ball right away.
Okay.
Save that for someone else, because I remember way back then I was like, holy crap, I threw a Pokeball, because I always save my Master Ball for endgame legendaries.
Yep.
And I threw a Pokeball and I caught it right away. I'm like, holy crap. And I went on Facebook and like, got to tell my 2 friends about it. And like, yeah, they tell you that, it's an easier catch.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, for all legendaries, I always say before, so it doesn't really.
That too. Yeah. Always say it before.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been years since I've played any of them besides on the Switch. Even then, it's still been a while. Mm-hmm. So good times. Good times.
All right, great.
That is all we have for today's episode of Wistoria Wand and Sword. Make sure to check out our other podcast, Dnd Noobz. That's Noobz. Lance is the dungeon master, and we just have a good time with D&D stuff and all the shenanigans we have on there. It's definitely an interesting time. We can put it that way. Also, subscribe to us, drop a like, and leave a comment. What did you think of Wistoria Wand and Sword Season 2?
Later, guys.